Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. And if it's your first time here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a single video and you're up to date on our chart analysis here with 42 Vision. So Muln Stock, Mullen Automotive Inc. hit a dip area here for the third time in the last several days and within this week, and it finally has bounced up with some strength like it did on the 29th, but it faded pretty quickly and did a full transition from the dip area to the rip area. We talked about why the stock is going lower. It has to do with what the deadline was and what the CEO had stated to be a possibility of released information. It turns out nothing's been released. We're going to break it all down in these articles, and I found it very interesting that the stock fell and now it's fighting to come back up from this dip area. And I want to know if this is actual strength or there's going to be a continuation of weakness, because something happened very interesting enough in these few days here of the 23rd and the 24th that things have continued to go lower. Okay, I talked about it in the previous videos. We discussed it. There was comments from other investors and viewers, but in today's video we're going to break it all down. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts with 42 Vision and getting connected over to our bots, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord and getting connected to the 42 Vision indicators and becoming part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So the stocks I mentioned this morning gave realistic expectations of 5 to 10%, 10% plus, but our home run of the day was from our SPY bot. Our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator from 1:40 p.m. and from that moment forward, call options went up into power hour and into the close 50% plus, guys, within just hours at their highest points of possibility. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Muln stock, and it's been falling significantly since the 23rd. And on the 23rd and 24th, I talked about with every single viewer here watching these videos how there was a statement disclosed by the CEO in this letter that he disclosed to everyone that there's a possibility of an offering. And one of the viewers went ahead and commented down below in the video, as you see it popping up on the screen, talking about how there's an authorized share vote that's going to go ahead and take place in July. But I went ahead and digged a little deeper because the stock has been falling since that letter date. And I know that the key word that was actually affecting how investors looked at this was direct offering, the possibility, even the thought of it. But like I stated, I digged a little deeper, and this came out on the 24th, and that's the date that things try to come back up, and they broke through support. And ever since then, we've been breaking through support levels, right? So we're going to break it all down in today's video. I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. So Muln stock, Mullen Automotive, was under a bear indicator on the 30-minute since yesterday from 123, hit a dip area on 42 Vision, followed by a bull indicator here at around 97 cents, and things have been pushing upwards, and it hit highs of 110. We've talked about how important it is to stay above $1 and even 110 and 120. We're going to break those levels down later in this video, but right now what I want you guys to see is what this actually states and why this is important and how it ties up with the thought process that I had on the 24th and 23rd. So here's the document, and if you see it here, this was released on the 24th, guys. If we come right back up here to the date it says June 23rd. The next date was the 24th. It was actually released. This is when it was actually going ahead and taking place of. And there's some key words here that really stood out to me, right? And I feel like the whole entire offering vote is from the shareholders, but ever since that got added on to the NASDAQ, it got added on to the Russell, there is something that's going on without even the shareholders having to vote, I believe. And this is what we see here. It states here, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the corporation is authorized to issue up to 500 million shares of preferred stock, at which 1,925 shares are Series A, and then the other 6 million are about Series C, and no shares of Series B. So within that 500 million, there's about a few of these, 1,000 and a few million, that are actually A series and C series that could be authorized. And they're stating here up to 500 million, right? Then you see it come up here again. It provides for a class of authorized stock known as preferred stock, consisting 500 million, issuable from time to time in one or more series. So they can go up towards, right, 500 million, and they can issue it from time to time, okay? Now, since it got added on, this was actually a very specific thing that stood out to me, how they're looking to do an authorized dilution by the shareholders in July, based off what you guys saw, that comment that the other investor and viewer actually shared. But he stated in one of the articles that was talking about and referencing to the CEO that a possible dilution, right, and further offerings could be in the works, right? And here it is. When we head over here to this information about Muln stock, it states that the shares outstanding is 51 million. So the amount that they're authorized to go upwards to is 500 million. That's 10 times that, right? And they stated there that they're able to go ahead and do these offerings from time to time in one or more series. So that is one of the most interesting things that I found of this whole entire document, Form 8K, coming out. It got added onto the NASDAQ and also the Russell, and things were all hyped up, all the speculation. And then in yesterday's video, we talked about how it went ahead and Muln stock fell because of no Fortune 500 update, right? That's the key reason why it fell, and everyone was speculating and excited about it. Now, I stated in yesterday's video, if there is a Fortune 500 company and the CEO, David, is not actually, misleading any investor with this, and this is a true statement, the lower this goes, the bigger the possibilities, right? Not financial advice, my personal opinion alone and my perspective, and I could be completely wrong, but that is the one thing that a lot of investors were holding on to all these dates and expecting and pushing it back up out of 70 cents back up to $1 and some change from May till now. And now we're back below $1, fighting to stay above it. And if this Fortune 500 company information is sent out, that's going to be the next catalyst to create a huge bull run in the long term, right? But again, it states it here that Muln stock, this actually came out about 8 minutes ago, the stock reverses higher despite absence of Fortune 500 info, okay? And they state that this could be due to the fact that it fell due to the self-imposed deadline of Muln stock, yet it's bouncing. Now, some could say that this bounce is a dead cat bounce, or it could be a place where it's trying to find support in the bigger picture, because some are realizing this is a really cheap price. And if this actually got delayed, but this is real information, it's not just a rumor, and the CEO isn't playing with the shareholders, it's going to create an even larger possibility of opportunity to the upside, especially once that information is out. I'm not sure why it's delayed, but in the process of the delayed, it actually has been in the works of getting added onto the NASDAQ, the Russell, and offering possibilities have been given to Muln stock, right? For raising capital and so forth for whatever X, Y, and Z reasons. Now, we are trying to hold above $1. If you go to the 4-hour though, things are reversing. It hit a dip area, it's going back up to red with green borders, and it's the first time it's trying to reverse, and it went from the rip area, as we call it on 42 vision, the bright green bars, to the dip area for the first time, and it's been under a bear indicator since way up here at $1.56. Every single time we hit these dip areas and they're followed by actual momentum and a bull indicator, there tends to be that big push up. Now, is it guaranteed it's going to move the same way? No, but you could see it here. Okay, once it's followed by that bull indicator, gets out of that dip area, we go into that dark green, bright green bars, things continue with strength. So right now, it is trying. If no bull indicator pops up, any momentum to the upside could be a fake out or dead cat bounce for now. It's not guaranteed yet. Now, on the 1 day, it continues to go lower. It's around some key support levels in the history of the chart, and it's under a bear indicator since up here at 133, and it's our third consecutive red bar back to back. The last time it hit 3 of these, it started to reverse, and it was under a bull indicator. So this is at a pivotal level to be watching very closely, guys, especially on these bigger time frames. I'm going to be watching 42 vision if the transitions continue and if these bear indicators can get canceled out by bull indicators in the process. So let's talk about resistance and support. So here on the 30-minute and on the 15-minute, you could see that it's been under a bull indicator today since the beginning of the day. Did full transition on the 15-minute, and on the 30-minute, it's in the process of a continuation to the upside, right? So support is $1, guys. Anything below $1 would be the next low here of 90 cents. Below that would be 80 cents. And to the upside, it's going to need to break and hold above 110. And above 110 would be back up to 127, 132 range, where it recently hit those highs in the aftermarket hours and in the pre-market of the last 2 days. Those are the key resistance and support levels right now in either direction. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. How do you feel about this? Do you think dilution is coming or it's being priced in right now ever since it got added on and that 8K came out on the 23rd and the 24th? Because it is no mystery that things started to pull back since that 8K came out and the date that the letter came out that the CEO actually talked to investors, especially long-term investors and large investors, on how this is going to be approached moving forward for the company's future, right? And here we are, seeing it going down back to back, breaking through support levels, a lot of hype and speculation, and we need to always focus on these resistance and supports. And I'm going to continue to look at these dip areas with the white with red borders, these rip areas of bright green with 42 vision, and the bull and bear indicators as extra layers of confirmation. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinions and perspective alone and what the charts are showing. I look forward to seeing your thoughts once again down below in the comment section. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.